Take your time, take your time, take your sexy time. Don't lose your head, lose your head. Your beauty's deep inside, inside you. Don't let them bring you down, no. The beauty is inside you. Don't let them bring you down, no. Oh, don't you know, don't you know? Oh, beautiful, don't you know? Oh, don't you know, don't you know? Oh, beautiful, don't you know? No, 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 no.
Hello, it's another wonderful day. This is Love Spirit bringing to you another explosive, very short workshop, Become a Millionaire While Never Going to School Again, brought to you by Free Your Mind and Free Housing Project. And I'm going to just dive right in at this very moment. And that is the average person goes to school for 13 years. And if you get a 4-year degree, that's 17 years. And I have to be honest with you, I was in school for 17 years and didn't really learn hardly anything. And then would have to learn a job on top of that. So I think traditional European-oriented school, and I went to private school too, mind you, is a waste of time and energy. So my goal is to tell you a few things you can do to become a millionaire, a cash millionaire, without going through traditional European school. The first thing I think is really important is to have a unconditional state of consciousness where you do not have to do the traditional things in society. So this is kind of off the grid. And if you mimic people like the Amish, they don't go to traditional school, many Asians don't, many Jews don't, and they have incredible wealth. They have incredible wealth and they don't do the traditional things. I think going to school for 13 years, 17 years, I think you learn things that you'll never use and that just aren't just a waste of time, to be quite honest. You're taught to retain information, but you're not really taught practical information. So let's get to it. If you do these things, I guarantee your child, by the time they are 16 or 18, would be a millionaire. And if you do it yourself, within the next, I'd say 2 to 4 years, you'll be a millionaire too. Without going through school, nothing. Now, if you want to be a lawyer or a doctor or an accountant and fit within society, you'll have to go to school. But if you don't want to, and you don't really need to, I strongly suggest you listen to this video. So the first thing that I recommend people do is, if you have children, these are certain things they got to know before they are 10 years old, preferably 7 years old. You want to create a home, and I recommend you go and check out our videos on free housing, free food project. So we show you how to get off the grid. If you can get off the grid, that would be fantastic. The first thing you want to do if you want to get off the grid is, I think every person of color, since we are the most oppressed in the world, should own land. So instead of buying sneakers, instead of buying a car, the first thing you want to do when you get old enough and you have like anywhere from $50 to a few thousand is go buy yourself a piece of land somewhere outside of urban areas, outside in the county or in another country. It's the first thing you want to do. And you want to buy as much land as possible. So instead of buying 10, 20 pairs of shoes, 50 to 100 pairs of sneakers, a Fendi bag, all that stupid stuff that we do, a big screen TV, go buy a piece of property. So buy as much property as you can. I'm telling you, property is king. So one of the first things you want to teach your children is, one, the most important thing is our health, isn't it? Without health, we have nothing. And in the black community, every month, 61,000 people are dying just from sugar alone, just consuming too much sugar. 61,000. So think about it. Really think about it. Our government has black people focused on Black Lives Matter, where okay, 30, 40 blacks are being murdered every month by cops. But gosh, our food industry is killing probably 150,000 black people a month, and we don't even think about that. So the most important thing is you want to teach your children how to grow organic, healthy food. In 6 days, you can grow superfoods in your house, literally, like wheatgrass, barley grass, alfalfa, all types of things. These are superfoods. And then within a couple of weeks, you can start growing carrots and all types of different foods very, very cheaply. What I recommend everybody to do is have 10 friends, everybody grow one thing, and then take that one thing and trade it with each other. And I'll tell you, you'll have so much food, it'll be crazy. And then learn how to can your food, because it's organic food. Learn how to freeze it, all types of things. So that's the first thing every child and every adult should know is how to grow your own food. You will save 80% of your food bill if you grow your own food and you trade it for free. We also have a free food map on our website. It's called fallingfruit.org, fallingfruit.org, and you can go find free food all over the world on that map. So we should never be paying for food, because the food that we pay for is killing us. Always has. Even as slaves, we were given the worst food. So we die very young and of horrible diseases that are preventable. Number one, so you want to show your children how to start growing your own food. It's very simple, and it costs pennies. Number two, the most important thing, I think, is after you learn how to do food, you want to teach your kids how to build shelter. Very simple shelter. And there's lots you can do for that. You can teach them how to do a container home. You can teach them by going somewhere and volunteering. You can teach them how to do homes out of bamboo, out of pallets, whatever you think. It's all on our website, actually. If you go to freehousingproject.com, freehousingproject.com, and go to shelter, there's tons of videos on how to build shelter. And that's the first thing you should do in your backyard, if you have one, is build a shelter that you can rent out or let people stay for free. Period. Number three, every kid should be growing food and building shelter by the age of 7 or 10. The next thing you want to teach your child is a small business that they love. And that means that they can bake cookies. I did when I was a kid. When I was a little kid, I sold candy. I bought candy at a premium and I sold it. And I sold it for twice or 3 times as much. I did it at high school. I did it at elementary school. So that's the first thing you want to do, is teach your kid a little business. Find a business that they love. Have them bake cookies or cupcakes or knit or make socks or anything. Have them do a little business immediately so they can start at the age of 7 or 10 making money. Cash money. And make sure it's a gift, that they get cash gifts in exchange for what they have, and that way they don't have to do taxes on it. Number 4, and very, very important, have your children homeschool. I'm telling you, do not teach them traditional European education. Even if you have to sign up and say that you're Amish or you're a different religion, you do not want to teach them a European style education. It's worthless and it's also oppressive. So you want to teach them on our website. Again, if you go to education, we have tons of free sources of education online. You can get degrees if you want. So never ever pay money for education if you can help it. And you want to teach them proper education. You want to teach your children about respecting money, what they can do with their money as far as investments. Teach your child, of course, how to be educated through reading and writing. Teach your child about history, all history, world history. Teach them, especially if they're people of color, teach them about the indigenous Indians or the indigenous Africans and how they started the whole civilization, how Africa started the world civilization. Teach your kids real history. And there's so many amazing videos on YouTube Just sit them in front of YouTube and have them do a history lesson or a math lesson or whatever you want, and have them write about it and talk about it and put it into application. But I'm telling you, I wasn't taught anything about really history, real history, out of 17 years of school. I wasn't taught anything about money, ethics, a skill. I wasn't taught anything practical for 17 years of my life. Nothing. And I can barely remember anything that I learned, except for I got my degree in psychology and English. So I'm an okay writer, but if I could do it over again, I would just been homeschooled, and I would have learned some practical applications. And lastly, you want to teach your children and yourself the art of kindness and love and self-respect. And I also recommend Tantra, because Tantra teaches you to really love yourself. We have a Tantra course here on our website. Tantra's taught all over the world. It's over 10,000 years old by the Hindus. And it teaches you to really love somebody. It teaches you to really, really see them, see their heart, and connect to their heart. It teaches you really authentic relationships and love. And if we had Tantra, we wouldn't have the divorce rate, we wouldn't have the murder rate, we wouldn't have the suicide rate, we wouldn't have people being addicted to food, drugs, because it really teaches you how to love each other and reach out and love each other. So if you want to become a millionaire, you do those things. I guarantee once you are off the grid and you are in a free house with free organic food, all the money you make is going to go towards other properties, buying more land, just land. And you could do, and within a year or two, you could have maybe 150 acres of land, just because you're not paying mortgages. You're not paying for food. And then, of course, the more you learn about your history, about global religions, all that stuff, you're not going to be distracted by stuff that's not real. Because today, there are 24,000 gods out there. A distraction. The government, politicians, a distraction. All that stuff is not even real. It's just a distraction. Cancer. I see cancer ads everywhere. And cancer is preventable completely. If you have a good diet, mostly vegan, and you're growing your own food, cancer won't come near you. Diabetes won't come near you. I mean, the major killer of people of color are diabetes, cancer, and heart disease, which is all food related. So if you walk away from that, you won't need health care. And if you ever need health care, you want to go to a holistic practitioner. So if you want to become a millionaire, you want to get off the grid, you want to become self-educated, you want to only do what you love as far as a passion, as far as a career. You want to gift it, give it away. That way you don't have to pay taxes on it. And then the more you give, the more people are going to come running. My whole business model mostly is giving away. And I mean, I am so abundant because of it. I'm abundant in time, I'm abundant in health, I'm abundant financially. So you want to get something that you can give away. If you're a master painter, you could become a master painter if you want. But if you are a master painter, go in the neighborhood and paint some seniors' homes just because. And if they want to give you a donation, they can. But it's not about the money. Just do it. You'll do a great job. You'll get 10 jobs from one job. I guarantee it. If you're a master cook, cook something amazing, and maybe once a month go down and give it for free to the homeless. Just give from your heart, and I guarantee you'll never worry about money again, and you will become a millionaire. In closing, I want to say one more thing. I know two people who are multimillionaires and who never ever charged, and they're both healers. One is John of God. I think he's in Brazil, and he doesn't charge, and he heals people all over the world, and I think he's worth a couple $100 million. And another healer was an Amish healer in Indiana, and he was a multimillionaire. He never charged for his healing. People gave him donations. They bought some of his herbs that might cost $5, but he gave it away from his heart. He never worried about money, and he became a multimillionaire. So if you operate from your heart, you live with integrity, you really love authentically, and you do what you love, only what you love, not because you have to, I'm telling you, you're going to be a millionaire. And most importantly, is surround yourself with people who empower you, cherish you, adore you. Now, this will take care of 90% of the problems in the world. If we surround ourselves with people who adore us, who cherish us, who empower us, who only want the best for us, who only see the best for us, you will soar. You will soar. And I tell people, if you want relationships like that, when you meet people, you tell them that's what you want and that's what you expect. And they will either live up to your expectations or they will fall away immediately. So I'm at the point where I only attract formidable, amazing, empowering, kind, honest friends because I expect that from people. And I'm not judging people who aren't. They will one day be there, but those other qualities they must have to be around me. That's the only way that I survive. It's like air to me, that energy. So I hope this helps. I hope you follow some of these steps and become a millionaire. And by never going to school, do not go to school. Do not send your sins. Do not. I'm telling you, people of color, black people, are so angry at the educational system. Pull your kids out of the educational system. Pull them out. It was created to enslave us and to put us in prison. Take them out of school and do small groups of in-home schooling with your friends of 10. That means one day the kids might be at one house, then there'll be another house. They can do it. They can do schooling in the evenings if you're at work during the day. But take them out of school and create a community group where they will watch the kids, and then rotate that group so some people can work. But take them out of school now. Now, I'm not kidding, because they are not learning a thing, and they're being prepared to go to prison or to work for little to no money, and then that means they are working for your oppressor. That's all I got to say. I'm just saying. So anyway, this is Love, and thank you for listening to this modest workshop of becoming a millionaire while never, ever, ever going to school again. And if you love this video, please give us a loving donation if it's in your heart. If it's not, it's okay. I still love you, and I'll see you again. I think we have like 5 workshops today. Got a lot of work to do. Anyway, I love you. I do. I surround you with infinite love and gratitude, and have a great day from Free Your Mind Free Housing Project. Ciao, ciao.
Take your time, take your sexy time. Don't lose your head,